So I want to talk about organization and systems. This is from a sort of high level based on a book I just finished called The Organized Mind. And it's a lot of the book is about, so a lot of it's over my head, I'll be honest with you, but a lot of it that I've taken away from it is about structure. Excuse me. And it's about how we as humans generally organize data in our heads, but then also talks about different spheres of our life, of how organization or lack of organization sort of takes its toll, whether it leads to stress or just chaos in one's life. And again, it talks about different spheres, whether it's work, whether it's just the mind, whether it's at home, a lot of different areas of one's life. And in my career, I am I've sort of made my way as a project manager. I'm a project management professional. I'm now a chief of staff, but I started from the bottom. I started from entry-level customer service representative and sort of just hustled and worked my way up to where I am now. Now I'm not, the next best thing since sliced bread, but I've been able to make, a way for myself, make a good reputation for myself, as far as I know, in my company with the folks that I work with. And so I use this channel as a place to sort of talk about things I wish somebody would have told me as I was younger, greener in my career. Now I know I have a lot to learn still, and I'm always trying to learn, but if there's anything that I say or anything within what I've just said that's interesting to you, then I would encourage you to subscribe here to The Practical Place. My name's Ryan Holguin. I've almost got 400 subscribers, which is really humbling, just being some random dude in a shed talking about stuff like this. So I would appreciate you if you joined the journey and joined everybody else here. But in thinking of systems and thinking of organization, one of the main quotes or takeaways from the book was basically a line that was something to the effect of high structure should mean low complexity. And what that sort of means, or how I've interpreted that into my own life and tried to apply it, is systems or processes that you implement that have a lot of structure to them, where you did a lot of work on the front end before rolling things out of making sure it's really organized and really well structured, should require a low amount of words, a low volume of words to be able to explain how the system works. And that's sort of been a good gauge for me lately, because I just finished the book a few weeks ago, but it sort of validated the way I sort of saw the world, but added new skills or different ways to think about it. And so now in my day-to-day, when I'm trying to implement a new tool or explain a new procedure or process to my coworkers or my team, the folks that I work with, I really do try to be mindful of, before I roll it out or before I introduce it, I understand it? And is it well structured? And so it's going to require a lot less of my words to be able to have to explain it, because for me, the goal, it's not 100% a correlation, but generally speaking, it seems to be true that if I can use less words to explain something, and the recipient hears that and receives it and understands it, then it means that there's a high amount of structure or organization within that process. And as if you're somebody who is aspiring to be a project manager, or you're curious about what is this whole project management industry, and you're not quite sure what skills to sort of work on or look into, I would say, and it's maybe, I don't know if it's classified as a hard rule or a hard skill, but I would say organization is probably something that should be at the top of the list if I were advising my younger self, because organization is a lot of what I've had to do in my career, especially in project management. There's a lot of people I work with who are creative, who are really big on strategy, and they talk about strategies. I'm in the marketing realm, and so it's like people want to think about marketing plans. They want to think about taking a product to market. They want to think about those things. And so my role, what I recognized is that, and I didn't use this language at the time in my mind because I didn't read the book, but it was like I recognized that my role in this job is to help create a system that is so organized that it frees them up to be able to work on the things that they're good at or that the company is paying them for. I just feel like that's a good way to steward one's resources. Now, I'm not saying I do it perfect, and I certainly don't. Like, I know I don't. There's a lot of things I can think of right now where either the way I did it in the past is like not how I would do it now. So there's always ways you can look at and getting better in areas of actually like building systems. And so that's where the hard skills, you learn a tool, you learn what all the resources or ways to use that tool. And then that would inform how you organize something. But even just going, stepping back to the sphere of just your mind and, excuse me, how you think about systems or how you think about your business or the business that you're in. I would encourage one to think about what are the businesses that your company's in, the organization you are in. Like, let's say you're in, whatever your industry is. Let's say it's, manufacturing, and you guys make a lot of widgets, right? Well, those widgets probably fall under some sort of category of hierarchy of a product line, right? And so you start to then organize, well, how do those roll up to the higher level portfolio of the business? And then even within that, are there more premium products within that product line? So maybe we need a category for premium. Maybe we need a category for more of commodity item. Maybe we need a category for something else, right? And so you really start to see, while there actually is a lot of existing systems at the company I work at, but like maybe the way I can add value, and I'm thinking about this for myself, is like being able to identify what are all those different, what is the existing system, what's working well, does everybody know about it, and then how do we improve based on whatever our goals are. Like a lot for me as a project manager and now as a chief of staff is like helping provide insights to leaders. And so the way that I am able to provide insights is I have to understand the business. I have to understand the product lines we offer, what products fall under each product line, which, the scope of each product line, right? If we're doing a more premium launch versus a smaller launch, like there's categories for that, right? If there's, if I'm measuring how much time it takes a certain work or project type to get done, well, are there other project types, and what's a good baseline of time that we should be getting it done versus something else? And so these are all really just systems and structure that I need to be thinking about. And then I need to think about, how do I organize that in the software we use so that our users or the people that I work with are able to use the tool where they're putting in the right data, but it's not overly complicated and they don't spend most of their time feeling like they're an administrator or like an admin just putting in data. They need to be freed up to focus on strategy, focus on communication, focus on things like that. And so it's the onus is on me now as the project manager, as the chief of staff, to build these systems that are highly structured, which requires a lot of work. And so this really the last point, or landing the plane, is like, this is not really a call to somebody who wants a shortcut in their career. I think to be a great project manager, you're somebody who is not afraid to enter into the challenge. Like when things get hard or when there's processes or systems that are ugly, you're not afraid of that. You actually desire that. You want that. You want to look at something messy or something that nobody else wants to touch, and you want to go towards that, and you want to organize that for the betterment of everybody around you and for overall the betterment of the business and society, if you believe in the work that you guys are doing, right? Because if the systems are improved, the people are less stressed, they're more freed up to focus on strategy. They can implement better plans, and then you guys can execute it. And then the customer, whatever product you guys offer, is benefited, which will theoretically benefit society, assuming it's a great product or service you offer, right? So it's really, there's a direct line in my mind of what I do, even though it's a bunch of internal stakeholders, where I can actually connect what I'm doing to society. And that's a huge point of motivation for me, is like knowing that I'm doing something that's making a difference. Like I'm not somebody, and if you're watching this video or if you're subscribed, I would imagine you're not somebody who is motivated purely by money. Like I just want to get into this industry because they pay a lot of money. You're somebody who probably desires to do the best work that you can, provide a great service to your customer, and you believe in the products or services that you provide, and you just want to better yourself. And so that's sort of my encouragement that I would give to my younger self, that I would give to a younger or an aspiring project manager. Think about organization and how organized you are, and even the systems in your own life, whether it's your email, whether it's your desk or your office, like how organized are those things? Does everything sort of have a place? And for places that don't have categories, maybe you have a junk drawer, which is okay. Like there's room for things like that. And that was a lot of what I sort of picked up in the book. Like everything has a place. You have papers, right? You have a filing system or filing cabinet. Usually within that, you have dividers and labels for everything, right? And so not to get too nerdy on the organization, I'm just trying to paint a picture of, for me, that's how my mind works. And it really sort of spoke to that area of my mind of like everything. I value structure and I value organization, and really, the more organized or more structured something is, like the better it is for everybody around it. But a project manager, what I found is somebody, for me, who is, again, not afraid to step into that and to clean things up. And so let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're a project manager or you're interested in this space, like, is organization or structure something that you even have thought about, or is it something you're really good at? Or if so, like, what have been some helpful resources for you to help, refine that skill? Maybe you encourage somebody else, or even help me grow in my, on my journey as well. So let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, I would encourage you to like it, share it with your community on LinkedIn or wherever you like to share and spend time online. I would appreciate that as well. But until next time, my name's Ryan Holguin, here with The Practical Place. I will see you in the next video.